I still wasn't, you know, embraced and said like I love you and things like that. So that kind of shaped how I operated when it came to like dating.
Yeah.
So it's a book called Love Languages. Talk about your love language.
The
so,
five
the
signs
five signs of love
I
language.
have it.
Yeah.
I just haven't read it.
I haven't read it either, but I know it's a book that I was told when I was in graduate school to read. But it talks about the love language. So when you said that I received, you know, I received the other type of love, verbal,
right?
But you didn't receive the physical, but I want to give it. That's, you know,
yeah.
You kind of get where I'm going.
Right, I get you. I follow you.
You get what I'm trying to put it in words. I can't even put it in words.
I need to read that book. So the 5 signs of love languages, I think it is.
Yeah.
I ordered it off Amazon. If you guys want to get it, first off, don't get that book until you have Brokenness That Made Me Whole. I'm not gonna be on here promoting another book. Right. Get my book first. Brokenness That Made Me Whole.
I got it digitally, so I got it on iTunes. So get it on iTunes if you don't want to buy a hard copy.
Yes, there you go. Promotions. Erica, we've discussed unhealthy soul ties. Okay.
Oh yeah, we did.
And it's hard.
It is.
It's dangerous.
Very.
It will take you under.
All the way under.
The history, the convenience of it, that comfort zone, and you see what it could be, so you stay, you make excuses, and it doesn't get better. It's a repeated cycle. And I wanted to ask you, you know, you told me about your ex, and of course our listeners, they don't know, and you don't have to give us everything, although I know you are, you know, an open book, but you said something that was just like, wow, to me the last time we met, where you said you pretty much let him do everything to you that he could have done, and you still stayed. Why is that? Like, what did you go through? What was this unhealthy soul tie? What were you searching for? What were you looking forward to that you stayed through the worst times?
I'm gonna drink first.
Okay. Take a sip of your red wine.
Take a sip of this wine first.
We should have got tissue, girl. We gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be okay.
Okay.
The brokenness that made me whole.
Yes.
Plugged again on iTunes.
No, I'm here for it, and I mean it's being real. And what I've started to realize, and with my brand, what I keep saying is my story isn't for me; it's for her.
Absolutely,
it's going to heal her and the next person, and I'm going to give her advice, and I'm going to tell her what I've been through. It's not our story to keep; it's our story to tell, and it's our story for the next woman.
That is true.
So let me know, you know, let the people know this unhealthy soul tie, this relationship.
Grab y'all tissues. I'm not going to cry, so grab them for yourselves. Cause
I should have grabbed some tissue.
You might want to grab some. Because every time I tell the story, people get sad.
Yeah.
You know, your sister, my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I just told her the story. Ooh, I just told Tiara the story a week ago.
How long y'all been best friends?
Been best friends since 17. Been friends probably since like 14.
Mm-hmm.
We've been like close ever since we were 17. And I just told her this story.
Yeah.
Only a select few of my friends knew like what I was going through with my ex. And I hid it from my other friends because I am the strong friend, believe it or not. I am the strong friend, but when it comes to relationships, I become the weak friend. I become the friend that is, I lose it. I lose it when it comes to relationships. I can't be all the way together.
Yeah, you get lost in love. That's your weakness.
Is that, give me another word. Because,
you get beyond lost.
You
get to a point where you can't come back.
I don't function.
Really?
No. I don't function.
Is it because you never had what you've always wanted in love, so you keep just, I gotta get it this time. I'm gonna stick this one out. This might be right.
Area before my ex, and I'm gonna get into that. But before him, I didn't date. I had one boyfriend. He was amazing. Shout out to him. He's probably listening. But he was a really good boyfriend. We was together for like a year. We didn't work, but he was so sweet and tender. But outside of that, I didn't date. I talked to guys, but I kept them away from me because I didn't know what a relationship looked like, what it felt like. all the relationships I saw were unhealthy. I just didn't want one.
How old were you when you got into this relationship?
When I got into that relationship with him, I was 18.
Okay.
We met in high school. I actually had a high school boyfriend. We don't count those. We do not count high school boyfriends. You can if you want to, unless you married to them.
Child.
They don't count.
We don't count those.
We don't count. They don't count. But we were.
I'm gonna drink to that. They don't count.
They don't count at all, unless you're still with him, or unless you guys are married. Outside of that, they're done. But I did have a high school boyfriend. But I met this guy. He was perfect. He was amazing. But after we broke up, and we actually stopped talking when I was 22. I'm not gonna tell you guys how old I am now, but I'm way older than that.
You're like 27, right? I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
27, but viewers and listeners, I'm 27. But so I stopped talking to him, and I just didn't date. I talked to guys here and there, but I was afraid. That's why I didn't date. I was afraid. I didn't know what that looked like. I did not know.
You didn't know what to do with him. You had this boyfriend. It's like, what's next?
I didn't know what it looked like with me, not with them. With me.
You didn't know how to be a girlfriend.
I didn't know how to be a girlfriend. Yes, that I would say that, because I was never shown that. I didn't know how to be affectionate. I knew I couldn't tell nobody I loved them. Don't touch me, because in the beginning I told you guys I did suffer. I was sexually abused as a kid, so I didn't like people touching me. And so if you touched me, that was a no. So I didn't know if that was something that I wanted. So I didn't date. That's how I got through college with good grades. I was an excellent college student, but dating, no. It was not happening in college.
You didn't know how to date is what you're saying?
No.
Wow.
I sucked at it. I was, I tell people all the time, especially my clients, because they'll say, like, you don't got no problems, you don't got no issues, like, everything is all together, everything is good. Indeed, they are. I'm blessed. Not when it comes to love and dating. I struggle. A black professional woman struggling with dating.
But this is such a big topic, because it's important that we discuss this, and I feel like a lot of women that we see and we say she's a Tatiana or whatever the case may be, we do not know her past. We do not know her story.
Absolutely.
She's probably dating the way she knows how to date or what she's seen, because you're saying you didn't know how to date. You didn't know how to be a girlfriend. You didn't know how to be with someone.
No.
So then a person will teach you or show you, or you see things and you think that's right, because I wasn't taught anything else. So the first thing I see, she doing it, my auntie doing it, my cousin doing it. This
and I didn't allow guys to teach me anything, because I felt like they couldn't teach me a thing, Again, so when you ask, like, did my father play a role? He not having him, he didn't play a role, but that piece, because I didn't know what having a man in my life looked like or felt like. As a man, you couldn't teach me anything. Yeah. So, you're saying this before we get to the ex. So I hope you guys got your tissue still.
Let's get to the ex. I almost forgot about that. I was going to my next question.
I know.
So what went on with this ex?
So I met this guy at my best friend. She gonna kill me because she know exactly who she is. My J Bella. She had a birthday party. I was like in a really bad state at that time, because I had gone through so much during that period in my life, and I was going through a lot, but I was still resilient enough to keep pushing forward. I had actually just graduated with my master's in counseling. This was in 2014, and this was December. So I met him, and I had just spoke with this my best friend's cousin, and she prayed for me, and she told me that I should be patient and wait, and I should have listened to the be patient and wait stuff. But I told her, like, the next guy I see, I'm gonna make them my boyfriend. And unfortunately, the next guy I saw was my ex. And as little did I know, and he was little. Sorry, had to throw a little shot.
Wait a minute.
I had to throw a little shot.
Like, but I wasn't ready.
He deserved that. So I met this guy. He was.
I'm gonna take a drink. Okay, go ahead.
You gonna have to drink today. So I met this guy. I didn't know he was small until he stood up, but I thought he was a big guy. But I met this guy. He was attractive, even though he was.
So
short.
You mean he was short?
He was short.
Okay.
I mean,
because
short
my
men.
listeners probably like, now she be talking about God and blah blah blah. We also keep it real. Okay. So he was short.
We gotta keep it real.
He was short.
You can have your preferences. I'm gonna say that it's nothing wrong with having preferences, and my preferences is I prefer a taller guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not discriminating against you shorter guys, but I prefer taller than me because he was shorter than me.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why it didn't work out.
Probably.
Well, go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
His brain was smart. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Sorry, guys. But so I met this guy. Me and him instantly we have a connection, and I'm big on connections, Jada.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I talked to you about connections, so I'm big on connections, and we instantly had a connection, and it was almost as if God brought us together, because it was crazy. Because I had just said the next guy I meet, I'm gonna make him my boyfriend. I met this guy, and we had a connection, and he asked me for my number, and I gave it to him, and we talked, literally talked every single day from the day we met, which was December 20-something. December 21st, actually. Mm-hmm. Almost a year. No. So, December 21st. December 21st, 2014. Okay. I'm sorry. Can't think about it. So, I met him. We talked every day. I don't have a 90-day rules, guys. And at this point, I was 26 years old. And I was still a virgin. There goes some tea.
Mm-hmm. Spilling tea. She said she had open book, y'all. Open book.
So I was 26. I was a virgin. And 3 weeks later from meeting this guy, I had sex with him. Why did I do that? I don't know. But we had sex. And I was instantly attached. Mm-hmm. I called my best friend up crying in the middle of the night. I kicked him out, actually, after we did it. I was like, you gotta go. I kicked him out. And I literally broke and started crying. Mm-hmm. And my friend was like, well, what are you crying for now? And I'm like, you did it. And I was like, well, I wanted to wait till I was married. Because at this point, I was 26. And I'm like, well, I mean, I might as well wait. Mm-hmm. I'm 26. So I did it. And from that point, it was like I was instantly head over heels with this guy.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Ladies, I always tell people when you're telling your story and when you're helping other people, you have to be honest. That was not my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. So I met him December 21st. He was not my boyfriend. In my mind, he was my boyfriend. Right. You know how we do, like, in my mind, you my boyfriend. Be Simone plug. But he was not my boyfriend. So, Jada, you heard of situationships, right?
I've been in there in the situationships, and it's like I still lose in the situationships, and that's when I was just like, bro, I'm done. I need to get with somebody for real who's gonna respect me. I'm done playing around because I just keep losing.
If I could find another word for situationship to describe what I was in, I really would.
Okay, wait. So was he your ex, or this whole time this was a situationship?
No, he was my ex. Eventually, he became my ex. But in the beginning, it was a situationship that I had created in my mind because he gave me no title, no commitment. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, we were good. Like, I was seeing him. Our very first date, which was supposed to be right before Valentine's Day, because remember, I met him in December. Mm-hmm. So then in January, he's supposed to take me to the show. And again, I don't know how to date. I'm just doing whatever at this point because I never was shown how to date. I don't know what dating looks like. I never seen affection. I never had affection. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. And that's just being, like, seriously, like, real. And so we were supposed to go to the show. Mm-hmm. I remember watching my friends, and this is me allowing peers and people to teach me how to date. So I learned to date through other people. So I remember watching my friends when their guys didn't do something that they didn't want them to do. Mm-hmm. Like, they go off. So, okay, he didn't show up for the date on time. The show started at 9.
So you were trying to be different because
No.
they go off. He didn't show up.
I went off. I wasn't trying to be different.
Okay.
This was me telling you that I didn't know how to date, so they taught me how.
Okay, gotcha.
And so
you went off.
I went off.
Good job. You should have.
I went off. I was flying off the handle like crazy because they would come back and be like, girl, I did X, Y, and Z to, this dude and whoever they was dating at the time. And I was just like, I went off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I flew off the handle to the point where they would tell me that they fought their boyfriends or significant other, whatever they was in, because they were mad. Like, girl, I just hit him.
So you thought that's what happened?
I thought that was what happened at 26 as a grown woman at 26 who was very, as though I was telling people, was very mature, had it all together. And he came over still, and I just hit him with a water bottle.
Was it water? No, it was empty.
It was empty, but the top hit him so
That
hard.
mean nothing.
It hurt him
empty.
so. No, the top hit him so hard, his finger swelled.
Okay.
I threw it hard because I was pissed.
Wait, first off, I'm not promoting physical.
No,
things, okay?
Absolutely not.
All right,
I do not.
Domestic. Okay.
I do not.
Okay, go ahead.
And so it hit him with the thing, and he had this sad puppy dog face on, and I remember apologizing for it. And we ended up going out to eat, but I wouldn't get out the car because, again, I thought that that's what you do. You be mad, you play mad, and that's how you do it. And it was just a terrible situation to open up. And we had other physical incidents where I was physical, not him. Where I would physically, if I get mad, I hit him. I just thought that's what you did. That was wrong. If you hit anybody, that's domestic violence. And don't allow any
female.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's domestic violence. From there, months passed. And I remember going through his phone, getting the password. Have you ever got the password to somebody's phone? Yeah.
And that's when, but we already know it. Now we just, let me see.
I did not know it, Jada.
Oh, I used to know.
No, it's funny thing was my friend at the time, my best friend, my other one. I have a lot of best friends, but whatever. We'll get to that in another podcast. But so I was at my friend's house and we were sitting outside her house. She said, "Men are so stupid." Sorry, man, but I'm gonna have to agree on some things. She said, "Men are so stupid." She said they passwords to their phone. Y'all better not change y'all passwords
after this.
Yes. They keep it the same, and it's simple stuff. They keep it simple because they can't remember. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And so I said, I'm gonna try it.
So
and
what did you try?
A simple. I think it was his birthday or something simple. And I got it. I remember he left his phone in the bathroom because I was in this thing called, I don't even like the word situationship because mine was worse than that. I was in this thing where I was having this guy come over. We were sleeping together, and I was doing everything that a girlfriend should do, but I had no commitment, no nothing. And we were acting as though we was in a relationship.
Wait, say that again.
No commitment, no nothing.
But you were acting like you were a girlfriend. I was
acting like I was his woman.
No title.
None.
That's deep.
I got nothing from him.
Deep.
So I was acting as though I was in a relationship, portraying to my friends as though I was in a relationship, making them think. And I was telling people that was my boyfriend. That's how deep it got, and that's how desperate I got to say, like, that's my boyfriend. And he played the role too. He acted as though he was my boyfriend. To me.
Yeah.
Hear the word, to me.
Right.
But he left his phone in the bathroom because I stayed alone. And I had to go to the bathroom. And, I saw a gym on the bathroom counter. So I locked the door to the bathroom.
Surprise.
And I wanted to try out. I told my friends, he ain't talking to nobody. And I had just actually told my coworker, he not talking to anybody. I'm like, the most he would ever do is maybe entertain somebody through social media. No, he was cheating.
You say he was what?
Cheating. But Jada, didn't I say that wasn't my boyfriend?
It wasn't your boyfriend, so how was he cheating?
Because in my mind, I said that I was in a relationship with him.
Wow.
So I casted it off as if he was cheating. And that was, and probably to this moment, I probably tell people like he was cheating on me, but I actually had no real commitment.
Right.
I had no real nothing. And it is so important to actually create those boundaries, set those boundaries, and create those I don't do gray areas anymore. So everything needs to be black and white. So it's important to have, are we in a relationship? Either yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's important as a woman that the man either confirms it either through asking you to be in a relationship with him and you guys be monogamous, or you asking him, and however you guys want to do it, it's whatever floats you guys both. But
Yeah.
we never spoke about it. And I would ask him to be my boyfriend, and he would always say, well, I need to work on me and things like that. But
he's still taking from you. Y'all still doing whatever y'all doing, but he still need time to work on him.
And I was giving crazy stuff. So I caught him cheating, and I set the scene. I'm all about scenery. After this situation, I went out there, and here I am on waiting.
Else.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm on the waiting to exhale moment because I'm all for Bernadine when she set the fire to the car and was smoking that cigarette. That is me. I am Bernadine.
She crazy.
Bernadine is me. I was ready to set fire to his car and smoke the cigarette. So I walked out to the bathroom, and because I had went through his phone, he was talking to all types of girls, literally all types of girls. So disgusting and so trifling. And at that moment, I should have walked away, but I didn't. So I threw the phone at him, and I was screaming and yelling, and the walls were paper thin, so I know my neighbors was getting all the tea. And so we fought and argued. We went outside. Why did it start raining? You know, I wanted to set the scene like I was in the Ashanti video. I set the scene like
Ashanti. Was it Baby, or was it what's that song?
Foolish.
Oh, Foolish. I'm thinking of the one when she said you left your receipts in the car.
Maybe, but you know what else I thought about? Aaliyah. How could the one I gave my heart to break my heart again? I was literally out there in the rain where the rain was like falling on my face, and I would not leave him outside.
Love that. Like, this is the perfect scene.
I did.
You're crazy.
Very crazy. And so I literally was like crying, and we talked about it, and I forgave him. So from there, that was cheating incident 1.
It wasn't just that. It was him. I know her weakness. I know what I can do. I know what she will allow.
And that's big.
You made it easy for him. And once before, when I was in a situationship, and it was supposed to be a relationship, and I mean, to the public, to a point, it was a relationship. But then when he got home, he still wasn't mine. So the thing about that is, yes, we quote unquote had a title, but he told me that I made it easy for him. So for me, I just felt like, who am I for this man to be like, you made it easy for me? And that's what they want. Women. They don't want a headache. They want a quick move. This weekend, she don't call me, she don't text me, she know where I'm at. She made it easy for me.
And it's almost like that thing, like, you don't know what love is until you put up a fight. And it's like, there was no fight. And so I'm telling you, it was no fight.
She be preaching. Heal thyself counseling on Instagram.
Inspiration hits me while I'm doing something else. I always preach that.
Yeah.
And so
it just got worse.
It got worse. Like, I was on everything under the sun that a woman shouldn't do. I paid for every date. I think he paid for maybe 2 dates. It was to the point where I was so embarrassed to tell my friends.
I'm sick. I
know.
This ain't right.
It gets bad. It gets bad to worse. And it was so to the point where I was telling my friends, like, lying to them. They don't know this. So they're
lying to yourself.
They were hearing this. I was okay with lying to me because I've always told people, like, I will take the pain. I don't want you to take the pain. And so I mentioned, like, I have a lot of best friends. Like, I didn't have the greatest family or upbringing, but God blessed me enough to create friends for me. And I have crazy friends, like, that I'm close with, and I'm close with their families, and everybody don't have that, and I do. And so I'm blessed to have that. Like, my friends are overprotective to the point where they think they're my mom, and they're not. But I could not go to my friends and tell them what I was doing out of embarrassment, because they would be so disappointed. And the last thing I ever want to do is disappoint my friends, because my friends go to the ends of the world for me. Like, they will bend over backwards because they know the things that I've been through. and they know that I would never come to them for help.
Yeah.
And so they're like, if whatever she needs, like, we're there. And so my friend, my J Bella, she had said, I hope you're not using I had got these Groupons. Like, I hope you're not using these Groupons for your dates, girl. I was so young. And I was like, it was like, I had like $300 worth of Groupons. Like, seriously.
You was lit.
Yeah, I was lit. Because at this time, I was a broke, struggling college student, too. Because I was thinking about going back to school, and I had just finished school, and I was like broke because I was looking for a job. And I was like, no, girl, he paid for this. And I lied. It was so bad where I was sliding money under the table to give to him so that he could feel like a man and pay for dinner. And we were going...
Wait a minute.
We wasn't going to Chili's. He wanted to eat at Mastro's, Morton's,
Wow.
Del Frisco's. Like, we were eating at really expensive restaurants. And who was paying? Bills coming back $200-$300.
You never thought it was a problem that you sliding money to him under the table?
I didn't want him to be embarrassed. I didn't want him to be embarrassed. But I was embarrassed in myself. And I was embarrassed.
Right.
Like, I was embarrassed. Like, I was all the way throughout the entire relationship, I was embarrassed. But...
Wait, throughout the what?
Entire relationship, I was
What
embarrassed.
relationship?
We got together. Oh, in December, we had went out for New Year's. And
Okay, wait. December 2017.
No, December of 2015.
2015.
We established a relationship. Turned into a relationship.
So when did you meet?
We met in December of 2014.
2014. And then, off of his words, a relationship was founded in
2000 on New Year's Eve.
2000 and what?
15.
Okay.
But the way he did it was trifling. Again, we went to Longhorn Steakhouse.
Paid.
I
What
paid.
did you do? You paid cash or car or Groupon?
I paid under the table through cash.
I'm tired.
I remember.
This is crazy.
I paid under the table through cash. And and somehow he ended up saying, like, I was his girlfriend. And I was like, I paused because I thought that was heaven on earth. To hear him say I was his girlfriend. And so at that moment, my heart opened up so much more. So I'm already giving him money for going on our dates. He paid for our first date to, like, space golf thing on a Groupon, girl. Like he was Tiffany Haddish. Now he's a Groupon spokesperson. So we go on a date. It was actually Living Social. So I'm like, wait, I'm your girlfriend? So I got excited. He was like, yeah, you've been my girlfriend. So that's how I always go back and I backtrack our relationship from day one, which is incorrect.
Right.
Because that's not how you do anybody. That's not how you establish a relationship.
It needs to be said. It needs to be stated. We have an understanding. It's just us. We in a relationship.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. And so I was just like, okay, we in a relationship. You know.
Yeah.
And so he didn't ask me to be his girlfriend. He told me I was his girlfriend. And I was cool with that. But I wasn't cool with that. But I was cool with that.
We're going to stop right there. We got to get back into this. So he never asked you.
No.
He stated you were his girlfriend.
Right.
You wasn't cool with that.
No.
But you was cool with that.
Yes.
Stay tuned for episode 8. Stay tuned for episode 8. Seriously, we have a part 2 coming.
Yeah.
Because we have way too much to talk about, and I have ran out of wine. So this has been amazing, though, and I still have questions. You still have stories, so I definitely want to make this a part 2. Erica, tell them how they can get in contact with you, your business, your social media.
So I can be reached on my social media, on my Instagram at Heal, HEAL thyself counseling, THY self counseling, through Instagram, or you can email me at the same email. There's no dot though, so you might as well write healthy self counseling at gmail.com. But it's actually Heal Thyself Counseling. I'm on Facebook. You can find me as Erica Lewis at Heal Thyself Counseling. If you want to schedule an appointment, I cannot see friends. I cannot see family members. But I accept all major insurances. I do a sliding fee scale. And
what do you specialize again?
I specialize, actually I work with specialize in children. However, I specialize in everything.
Okay.
But I have a specialty in addiction studies, but I practice and I do everything.
Okay. And you know she has her own practice.
I do have my own private practice in Homewood. I just opened it up in May. It's a very nice office. It's in Homewood. You can find me on Psychology Today. That's where I get most of my clients from. And referrals. A lot of them are referrals and word of mouth. So.
Yeah, so people buy people and referrals, and if they trust you, they'll send somebody else to you. So make sure you contact Erica if you feel like you need her services, or you know someone who need her services. You know someone who won't reach out to her, but you want to put that foot in the door to get them started for the person you love and you care about. So make sure you contact Erica. You guys, thank you so much for listening today. This has been amazing. We still have so much to talk about. It will be a part 2, so stay tuned. More questions, more stories. Thank you to House Hill Media for always hosting, and thank you for just listening, vibing with me, you know, just supporting me. You guys motivate me, you encourage me, and I'm so grateful for those who have been with me every step of the way. Don't forget about Brokenness That Made Me Whole. I have a new website coming. I have shirts coming. I have events coming. So please stay tuned. Stay with me. There is always more to the story.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being here, Erica. Thank you for the wine, the house shoes, the blanket. See you guys next time.
Wanting to connect with me mentally. It was the questions he asked in return, the time he put in studying me, willing to learn. It was him repeating what I said to get a better understanding and to clarify. It was the effort he put in to get my attention.
It's only entertainment.